Hi, good evening. My name is Father Rayappa. Today I'm going to talk about the Psalm number 90, one of my favorite Psalms in the book of the Psalms. In verse 1 of the Psalm 90, God is introduced as both the refuge and the creator. The time of God is also brought into the picture. His time is eternal, from everlasting to everlasting. In contrast, verse 3 states that man will be destroyed, giving reference to inevitable death. Verse 4 further compares the eternal time of God to man's temporal, fleeting time. For 1,000 years in your sight are like yesterday when it is past, and like a watch in the night. Furthermore, man himself is passing away, here and gone like a sudden flood, soon forgotten like the sleep of night. Though he flourishes in the daytime, by evening he is withered and gone. So is man's time when held to the eternal standard. Psalm 90 clearly describes this conundrum of human life and powerfully gives a word of hope to the existence and purpose of man. In our modern society, much of life is spent at a frantic pace, an endless striving to keep up with the many demands placed upon it. From the midst of this scurry, we occasionally lift our heads and pause long enough to wonder what we are striving for, if there is lasting purpose in what we do, or if we are caught on an endless wheel. A glance at our magazines and self help books reminds us that our worth and meaning will be found once we finally capture the elusive praise of wealth, fame, or similar significance. And off we rise again. Slowly our strength ebbs, and exhausted we collapse in the dust, only to realize that from dust we came, and irrevocably to dust we will return. So I'm going to read the Psalm number 90 so you better understand. Lord, you have been our refuge in every generation. Before the mountains were born, or you gave birth to the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. You turn man back into the dust and say, return, O children of men, for 1,000 years in your sight are like yesterday when it passes by, or as a watch in the night. You have swept them away like a flood. They fall asleep. In the morning, they are like grass which sprouts anew. In the morning it flourishes and sprouts anew. Towards evening, it fades and withers away. For we have been consumed by your anger. By your wrath we have been dismayed. You have placed our iniquities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence. For all our days have declined in your fury. We have finished our years like a sigh. As for the days of our life, they contain 70 years, or if you do to strength 80 years, yet their pride is but labor and sorrow, for soon it is gone and we fly away. Who understands the power of your anger, Lord, and your fury according to the fear that is due you? So teach us to number our days, that we may present to you a heart of wisdom. Do return, O Lord, how long will it be? And be sorry for your servants. who satisfy us in the morning with your loving kindness, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days. Make us glad according to the days you have afflicted us, and the years we have seen evil. Let your work appear to your servants, and your majesty to their children. Let the favor of the Lord our God be upon us, and confirm for us the work of our hands. Yes, confirm the work of our hands. Amen.